So welcome back to my channel. Thank you. My name is LaTeX Timothy, and in this video we are going to be solving questions number 3. And question number 3 says find all x in R that satisfy the following inequalities. And the inequality number I that we are going to be talking about today is absolute value of 4x minus 3 less or equal to 11. So we know that absolute value function is a non-negative function. A non-negative function such a way that any value that it gives it returns either 0 or a positive value. So we are going to equate 4x minus 3 to negative 11 and to positive 11. Equating it to positive 11, we have that 4x minus 3 is less or equal to 11. So now what we're going to do now is we add 3 to both sides of the equation. So now we have 4x minus 3 plus 3 is less or equal to 11 plus 3. So that gives us that 4x is less or equal to 14, which implies that x is less or equal to 14 over 4, which implies that x is less or equal to 3.5. So now equating 4x minus 3 to negative 11, we have that adding 3 again to both sides, we have that 4x minus 3 plus 3 is less or equal to negative 11 plus 3. That means I'll have that 4x is less or equal to negative 8, which implies that x is less or equal to negative 2. There's another simpler way that we can do it. 4x, absolute value of 4x minus 3 less or equal to 11 simply implies that negative 11 less or equal to 4x minus 3 is less or equal to 11. So now here, adding 3 to the equation, we'll have negative 11 plus 3 is less or equal to 4x. Now it's less or equal to 11 plus 4, which implies that 8 is less or equal to 4 is less or equal to 14, which implies that our answer here is negative 2 is less or equal to x is less or equal to what? 3.5. So what this means is from the value from negative 2 down to 0 goes to 3.5, that those are the value that satisfy the equation absolute value of 4x minus 3 less or equal to 11. Anything apart from anything less than 2, let's say 3, the equation is going to be null and void. So go to II. Here we said approve get the numbers, the values of x that satisfy absolute value of x minus 2 is greater than absolute value of x plus 1. So here we have that x absolute value of x minus 2 greater than absolute value of x plus 1. Here we have that x minus 2 is greater than x plus 1. Also x minus 2 is greater than negative x plus 1. Like we said, absolute value function behaves like square function. If you give it a negative value, it returns it to positive. When you give it to positive, you still retain the positives. So it's a non-negative value. So we have to consider the negative side of the number of the value we are talking about and the positive side of the value. So for x here, for x minus 2 greater than x plus 1, we have that x minus 2 is greater than x plus 1. So subtract x from both sides. That leaves us that minus 2 is greater than minus 1, and minus 2 is greater than 1. And if you look at this, here very well here, you will see that there are two good errors there. One is that negative 2 is never greater than 1, because negative 2 is never greater than 1, and the next one here is even if the next one here is there is no argument, so we don't know what we are just giving. We are just saying that -2 is greater than 1, or even if it is 2 greater than 1, there is no variable, there is no argument. So this one we are not going to use this one. So now for x minus 2 greater than -x plus 1, we have that x minus 2 greater than x minus x minus 1. Subtracting x from both sides, we'll have that -2 is greater than -2x minus 1, which implies that -1 is less than -2x, which also implies that x is greater than -1/2, which implies that x is greater than 1/2. So here we are not done. We say, what if we choose to add x instead of subtracting x? You are going to get the same thing. Now we are adding x. You know, the first one we did, we subtracted x, but here now we are adding x. So for x minus 2 greater than x plus 1, we have x minus 2 greater than x plus 1. Adding x to both sides, what we have now is 2x minus 2 is greater than 2x plus 1. So now, meaning that -2 again is greater than 1. What we had here, so it is null and void. We're not going to use it. So for here again, for this place, we'll have for x minus 2 greater than x plus -x+1, we'll have x minus 2 greater than -x minus 1. Adding x to both sides, what we'll have here is 2x minus 2 is greater than 1, implies that 2x is greater than 1, implies that x is greater than 1/2. So which means that here now, for any value of x greater than 1/2, for any value of s greater than 1/2 or less than 1/2, this absolute value function is going to work. But if that value of x equals 1/2, it means that it's not going to work. Well, we are going to get 0 is greater than 0, which is a lie. 0 is equal to 0. So for any value of x greater than 1/2 or any value of x less than 1/2, we have that what the absolute value of x minus 2 is greater than absolute value of x plus 1 will hold. So in my next video, I'm going to start from I wanted to go live today, but it's very unfortunate that the terms and conditions says I'm going to have up to 50 subscribers, and currently I'm still in 17. I would like you to like, subscribe and share. Thank you very much. I remain Timothy.